I want to play something real quick. You know, there's obviously a lot of different, ways that we could go here or things that we could, listen to. But I want to listen to somebody that was actually very close to this young man to see, just what he had to say.
Right. I think history is the best indicator of what the future is going to bring. And Bryce
Can y'all hear that?
is not ideal height that NFL folks would like to see for that particular position, quarterback. But I think Bryce has played extremely well. He has no history of being injury prone.
Right.
Because the SEC, there's a lot of folks in the SEC that end up playing in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays against those guys every week. And he's never had a problem with injuries. And the only one that he had a problem with was self-inflicted, because when he was throwing the ball away at the last minute, he's diving on the ground. He's already sacked. He should just go down. And now he, pulls his shoulder up. So, but I don't think it's an issue. I think you have to look at each individual player. This guy plays quarterback like a point guard in basketball. Mm-hmm. He's got eyes and all over. He knows where everybody is. He can extend plays. He creates throwing lanes for himself, which is important for a guy his size. He can make all the throws. He's smart. So he has a lot of the attributes from a psychological disposition standpoint that are necessary to excel at this position.
Okay.
We've all seen the 6'4", 225-pound guy that can throw it like a bazooka, but he...
Did you hear what he said right there? That last part?
Yeah.
Let me name a few guys that measure out like he mentioned. Jamarcus Russell. Jameis Winston. If you're old enough and remember, Jeff George. When Jeff George came out of, I want to say, Ball State, one of the strongest arms ever. Big guy, physical, super physical. And I mean, the list goes on and on, man. Like we can do this all day. Ryan Leaf. When I hear, there's certain key indicators that I look for, right? And Josh McCown said something, and I'm not going to play this for monetization's sake. I played the monetization game last night, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't doing that again. But when you listen to guys talk about the interview process, I was listening to Josh McCown. I listened to 3 different people today and their opinions because we, played the Josh McCown bit last night. I listened to some of Joel Klatt and what he said. And then I also listened to someone name I won't say, right? Because I don't want people to be like, you listen to him. But anyway, they all said the same thing. When you sit down with this guy, obviously the size is going to be a concern, a valid one at that. But when you sit down with this guy and you take into consideration a few things, number one, he does some basic things that you're not going to have to reteach. I'm not going to have to reteach you to keep 2 hands on the ball. He does that at all times. I'm not going to have to teach you about making checks at the line of scrimmage. Why? Because when he's in that meeting with us, he's already diagnosing plays and defenses. I heard a story today. He goes to Bill O'Brien. They had an install. He comes into the meeting on Monday, and he's already telling them about defenses that this other team that they're going to be playing is going to be running. And I saw something that someone else said in the chat here, and I can't remember who it was, when they said it's easy. I think it was DJ the Kid, actually, when you said it's easy to – what did he say? He said it's easy to – when you're throwing to star wide receivers like wide receiver ones or whatever like that. Keeb, how many drafts did we just do?
We did 2.
Was there one wide receiver from Bama taken in the first even 2 rounds that you saw?
I don't believe so. No.
I don't either.
No.
I don't even think there was any on the top of the board.
500.
Period. Yeah. That was one of the things that people are looking at Bryce like the way that they are for, was because he didn't have those kind of weapons this year. That's just, It's a fair narrative. It's a fair point, but it don't exist this year. Not this year. if I'm Frank Reich and I look at what this kid does from a processing perspective, do I know if he can hold up that long? Nope, I don't know. All of it's a crapshoot. You're taking a chance on everybody. But if I'm going to take a chance on anything, any one trait, I'm taking a chance on that. Man, go watch this guy's tape. You can see it for yourself. The level of anticipatory throws is not common. He's different, Keeb. He is way different.
Way different. Yep.
He's way different.